The Porsche Vision GT was unveiled during the Gran Turismo World Finals 2021 and came into play in Gran Turismo 7 at launch in March 2022, while also being the cover car alongside the Mazda RX Vision. That was over 3 years ago, and after a long period of development, Fanatec now has the sim racing steering wheel for the car. A bit late to the party, wouldn't you say? As early as last July, we heard that the concept car steering wheel was on its way when Corsair got the patent transferred before Fanatec was acquired. Here it is now. The CSL Elite steering wheel Porsche Vision GT has a few surprises in store. About a week ago, Fanatec sent us the wheel for review. It's now available to order and ready to ship in multiple regions, so let's see what it can do. Welcome back to Overtake, I'm Michel and we can start right away with the price. How much do you think the wheel costs? You can also pause the video now and write it in the comments. The price in euro is 350 including tax. That's not a bargain, but it's a little lower than I expected, especially since it comes with a Porsche license and the way it's finished, which we'll get to in a moment. It's a little more expensive for the US, $440, and when we asked Fanatec, they confirmed that this is due to increased tariffs, because the wheel is designed in Germany and made in China. The price in Australia is also much lower. CSL is Fanatec's entry-level series with ClubSport and Podium above it, which generally have more features and higher quality materials. But according to Fanatec, this is the most premium CSL series wheel yet. Its positioning and configuration also reminds me a lot of the Thrustmaster Hypercar wheel add-on, which surprised me very positively last year and cost even 50 euros more than the Fanatec. The CSL Porsche Vision GT is probably aimed more at customers who already have a Fanatec wheelbase or are thinking of buying one, but a little comparison can't hurt. When you unpack it, you won't find any special details or fancy packaging, everything is kept very simple. But if that helps to achieve this price, I can live with it. There's just a wheel, some stickers and a quick start guide. It comes with a pre-installed QR2 Lite quick release adapter, which interestingly has no torque limit, so you can use it with all modern Fanatec bases. A conversion to the old QR1 wheel side is also possible, but not included with the wheel. It is therefore compatible with PC and PlayStation, the latter in combination with a corresponding wheelbase, such as the Gran Turismo DD Pro or ClubSport DD Plus as in our case. Unfortunately, the wheel does not have a separate USB port to allow it to be used standalone on other bases using a QR adapter. This is a pity. It could open a broader market for them. I guess also owners of other bases could be interested in this, and we asked Fanatec about it. Their answer: we have always been open to the idea and we continue to evaluate different approaches to this. We can't say anything more specific at this time. Let's take a closer look at the Porsche Vision GT wheel. With a diameter of 310mm, a weight of about 1.5 kg and a thin structure, it feels really comfortable in my hands. Considering that it was originally developed for a design prototype and is primarily meant to look cool, it is ergonomically good. The thumb rest could be a bit better. In my case, it rests on the plastic panel or is dangerously close to the buttons at the top. But then again, I have hands like toilet lids. The upholstery material is Actually, it's not Alcantara, but Tactaris. What sounds like a distant desert planet is a brand new microfiber material that is supposed to be more durable and sweat resistant than Alcantara. They say it's easy to clean and also suitable for driving without wearing gloves. We have not yet been able to verify how this will behave in the long term during the test period. I have the Sparco Rally rim from Fanatec here with the real Alcantara R trademark material, and there's really no visible or perceptible difference in terms of pure look and grip compared to the Tactaris. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 push buttons and 7 rotary encoders. 2 of the latter in the middle are 12 position switches, but can also be used in encoder mode. The one with the Fanatec logo here is a 7-way funky switch, which I really like. It adds a lot when controlling menus or in-car menus or displays. The encoders on the lower outside spot here are a little hard to reach while driving. So yeah, I'd put settings there that you don't change that often. The Vision GT is the Fanatec wheel with the most encoders to date, which is quite remarkable. All the buttons and knobs are quite plasticky, I would call it. So is this faceplate material here. But yeah, they all have good pressure points and resistance. This Porsche Wappen is also a button that we use to access the Fanatec menu on the small OLED display in the bottom right corner to access presets and the wheel settings. The same as on the ITM displays that you know from other Fanatec wheels. Cool touch. I noticed the short throw magnetic shifters during the small hands-on last year already at the Sim Racing Expo, and in practice they are similar to the clicky ones on the Thrustmaster Hypercar add-on, which I really liked. They are also a bit on the louder side and not as muffled as the Sim Magic ones, for example. Integrating the shifters like this was quite a challenge according to Fanatec, with the open design of the wheel, and you can see the internal aluminum structure in this picture. I take my non-existent hat off to the fact that all the technology and functionality has been accommodated and the steering wheel from the Vision GT has been retained one-to-one. What would be even more amazing would be a version with the plexiglass screen with the displays behind it. You can dream. By the way, I also dream every time you subscribe to our channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any more videos. So make it happen. Thank you very much. The installation was relatively easy. In any case, you have to update the firmware of the wheelbase and the QR to recognize the new Porsche wheel. As this can only be done via a connection to a Windows PC, this could be a small obstacle for PlayStation users who don't have a PC at home. There are a couple of calibration keys, so you can adjust, for example, the center position on the fly. This can be a real cheat in LMU if someone has bent your suspension in a crash. Side note, the new Fanatec website has been adapted to the Corsair style and system, and I like it very much, very clean. Down in the video description you will find an affiliate link to the Fanatec store, where you can support us when shopping there, so we get a commission at no extra cost to you. On the software side, Fanatec will be pushing the Fanatec app from now on, and will integrate the old Fana Lab and its features there in the future. Something a little bit unfortunate, if you want to download the Fana Lab software and its presets right now, you must have an account for the forum, otherwise you will get an error message, but they are working on it. Driving the Fanatec CSL Elite steering wheel Porsche Vision GT is fun. The form factor covers a lot of driving experiences, from sports cars to GT racing cars to prototypes and Formula. The fact that the steering wheel doesn't have shift LEDs didn't bother me too much. To be honest, it's cool to have a cleaner steering wheel sometimes. There are plenty of alternatives also at Fanatec, and you can add a DDU like a sim racing dash if required. I honestly didn't pay much attention to the small OLED screen, whose telemetry should actually also work with the common PC simulators, but was off here in the footage because there were probably too many other sim racing tools running on this PC, and it was surprisingly dark. When asked, Fanatec only said, "We appreciate the feedback and we are looking into it." If you have the steering wheel, please let us know what it looks like for you if your screen is also that dark. On the PS5 with Gran Turismo, everything worked without a hitch, and the button assignments are thankfully listed in the quick guide. The forces and effects of our 50 Nm ClubSport DD Plus came through really well, and for a quick round of Gran Turismo 7, I actually found it more comfortable and responsive than our heavier Porsche Podium Hub. It fits even better with Group 3 cars or prototypes. My GT7 settings for the DD Plus that I made for a video back then still feel very good here. I was also pleasantly surprised by the DD Plus force feedback in LMU on PC, very crisp and detailed. Let's come to the conclusion and score for the Fanatec CSL Porsche Vision GT. I like it, and I like the fact that Fanatec is bringing something more accessible to the market again, with the Porsche Touch to boot. For me, this would be the best value in the Fanatec's ecosystem right now if you're looking for a GT3 style wheel. Lower clutch pedals and more options for the OLED screen would have added a bit more utility, so you have to figure out for yourself what extras you need. If you like the style and layout, this is a nice addition to your Fanatec setup. In that respect, I give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Now it's your turn. Feel free to write feedback, comments and additions down below. I'm always very active and happy to discuss with you in the comment section. Here is the video I mentioned about the GT7 wheel settings. Thank you so much for your attention. See you next time.